Morning everybody, this is Patrick Rufo for Rufo Optimal Workouts. Today we're going to be talking about the body prep or bodies over drill. It's a great drill for coaches to teach kind of that separation of the body getting past vertical before they start moving the legs. But I wanted to kind of show a couple faults that I see with my athletes and something that you have to kind of pay attention to as a coach or even yourself. So again, the body prep drill is pretty much just a hip hinge. So I sit at the finish, and I come forward, and I want to come back past vertical. But I don't want you to think about, a lot of times coaches say it's so you get your handle past the knees, which is true. But really what it's about is loading the hamstrings. So if you hinge, you come forward, you start to feel a stretch in the hamstrings. Now I know my hamstrings are loaded, so now I can come off the catch. I can feel the stretch still as I compress, and I'm ready to take the catch. A couple issues here though is you have the athlete who's not flexible. So I get to the finish, they start coming up to 90 degrees, they're following everybody else, and all of a sudden their hamstrings stop. They're really tight. So they get to about 90. So how do they, match the body prep? Around the shoulders. So even though they're feeling that stretch in the back of the legs, they're not set up here. So then they'll approach the catch, and that can cause problems like dipping, or right about here they'll feel a little bit of a release and they might overreach. The other person is the person who's overly flexible. So if you're doing a body prep drill, you come forward and they can get really far forward. So really loading the hamstrings, which again is good, but again, that's a little bit too much. You'll start to see the lower back around a little bit. Even if they have the shoulders packed, they're overreaching. And basically they're saying, like, look how flexible I am, I'm awesome. So I have athletes who do that. They either go too far forward or they're not far back enough. Going back to the person who has the tight hamstrings, again, if they know they have to keep their posture up, the knees will pop before they're ready. Okay, so you might get a person who finishes, knees pop up a little bit, and then they try to find their rounding. So really what you have to do is you have to really make sure they feel that stretch in the back of the legs. And that's why doing mobility, flexibility, and even stability work before practice is important. It's not just about stretching your hamstrings and making yourself flexible. It's about learning how to load here. So one thing today's workout is going to be tempo work. But there's going to be a couple rounds in there where you're going to actually pause at your body prep position before you drive the ball to slide. So it's going to look like this. You'll be sitting at start, and you'll open a row, pause, go, pause, go, pause, go, pause, go. Trying to stay with the rhythm, but also find that spot. You want to find that spot because you want to, when you're going fast out of the finish into the catch, you don't want to throw your shoulders forward. You want to feel that quick little stretch of the hamstrings, and then you want to control your body weight on the way up. So that's what the tempo work's going to talk about today. Okay, so again, body prep's great. Train proper body position, but make sure you know how they're getting there. Okay, this is Patrick Rufo, Rufo Optimal Workouts, and we'll see you tomorrow.